Bitcoin broke some key levels in the chart, guys, and we have seen a major dump in the Bitcoin price. Basically, it was a flash crash. In today's video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this flash crash, and I'm also going to tell you whether I think Bitcoin actually entered a bear market, if the bull market is ended, and if not, what needs to happen in order to reconfirm that bull market. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily videos. Let's now jump into the Bitcoin price action. And first of all, guys, because this is just the most important thing, I want to start on the weekly time frame, and we are going into the shorter term time frames. So let's start on the weekly time frame. Yesterday we had a drop. The low of Bitcoin came all the way down to these levels at the lower 41,000, or at least around somewhere in 41,000 US dollars, depending a little bit on which exchange you're watching. Right here on Bybit, it is 41,400 approximately. But as you can see, so far we are already seeing quite a bounce. And now the interesting thing is, today it is Sunday, which means that today we are going to see a weekly close. And these weekly closes, guys, they are very, very important key characteristics of the Bitcoin chart to determine whether we are in a uptrend on a weekly time frame or in a downtrend. Because if we can see that we are on a downtrend, for example on a weekly time frame, then that is showing us that we are in a downtrend on a bigger scale, in a midterm time frame, instead of only on a 1 hour time frame, right? So what I want to do right now, guys, is I want to bring out this key moving average. That is the 20 weekly moving average. Guys, this is the level which is basically determining whether Bitcoin is in a bull market or bear market. Let me quickly show you in another chart. Let's go to the Bitstamp chart right there. Let me get rid of the drawings. And what we can see, for example, previous bull market, and I'm not saying that Bitcoin is replicating the previous bull market, definitely not, but it is a key level which is definitely showing us whether Bitcoin is in a midterm uptrend, midterm downtrend, right? So here during 2017 and 16 and 17, we can see that the moment, as long as we are above the 20 weekly moving average, we actually were in this longer term time frame uptrend. We had capitulation wicks, we had even wicks below this level. This is important because I want to show you something in a bit. We got wicks below this level as well, but in the end we didn't get a weekly close. The first weekly close below this level signaled a bear market, a multi-year long bear market. This lasted for a little bit longer than a year. Started in January 2018 and ended right here in March 2019. So a little bit over a year. Here we can see it as well. The moment we broke above the 20 weekly, we've entered a massive rally. The moment we broke back below, we were in a downtrend. Now this is very important thing as well. It is important once we are breaking such a key level to the upside or to the downside, we are looking for another confirmation, right? So once we are breaking it to the upside like we did right here, we want a confirmation, we want a retest, and we want to see that Bitcoin is flipping this level into support. That is a bullish sign, but right now we have to be very careful with what is going on, because if this level flips into resistance, that is a very bearish sign. So let me get back to the other chart we are looking at, the Bybit chart, and that is also what is going to be important today. Is Bitcoin going to close below the 20-week moving average, or is Bitcoin going to close above the 20-week moving average? If we can close above the 20-week, which right now is at 51,000 to 51,300 roughly, then that would really still be a good sign for Bitcoin. However, if we were to close below the 20-week moving average today, once we are seeing that weekly close, then that is a huge warning signal and showing us that there is a higher likelihood for Bitcoin then to see a further downtrend, which is going to last longer, so that we are not going to see those incredible and astronomical figures in the Bitcoin price this year or by the beginning of next year. However, there's also one wildcard scenario. I want to mention that as well, and that is it is also always a possibility because it is Bitcoin, right? If we are getting that weekly close today below the 20-week moving average, but next week we can see a decisive break, a decisive bounce back above it, and a weekly close back above it, then that would flip Bitcoin back bullish. So what you basically can state right here is that as long as Bitcoin is trading below the 20-week moving average, which is a dynamic number right now at approximately 51,400, as long as we are trading below that and that level is acting as resistance, we are most likely going to see lower levels. However, if Bitcoin can close above this level, we remain in this bull market and we can maybe see a very, very significant bounce in the price of Bitcoin. And we got that wildcard scenario which I want to mention because I think everybody should be aware of that, that we always have the possibility that once we lost the 20-week, if we break back above it in the next week and we get that weekly close back above it, then this can also be a big bear trap, which is trapping all the bears into a potential bearish scenario, but eventually we are turning back around. So that is just the most important level right now, if you ask me, the 20-week moving average. Then guys, let's dive into some shorter term time frames. Before I'm jumping into shorter term time frames, guys, I want to remind every single one of you, all the traders, or all the people that are interested in trading, that I'm recommending to trade over on the Bybit exchange. And the Bybit exchange is most of the time is known to be an exchange to trade Bitcoin with leverage, and you can trade Bitcoin with leverage and a variety of altcoins. Actually, they are offering a huge variety of altcoins to trade with leverage. However, Bybit is right now an exchange where you can also trade a lot of trading pairs on the spot market. So it's not really only a leverage exchange anymore, and it's one of the best exchanges out there. And so let me show you some of the trading pairs. So if you go to the derivatives right here, you check the US dollar perpetual. These are all the altcoins you can trade with leverage. That goes from Ethereum to Shiba, Cardano, Binance Token, Solana, Polkadot, Dogecoin, Uniswap, Luna, Chainlink, and so on. They're offering a lot of altcoin trading pairs. But if we go to the spot market right here, we can see that you can trade also a lot of trading pairs on the spot market, and I'm getting weekly messages from the Bybit team that they are adding new trading pairs over on the spot market. So right now you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, XRP, Polkadot, Uniswap, Chainlink, XLM. We got Maker, we got Compound, we got SushiSwap, Yen Finance, DYDX, very interesting. Atom, we got Avalanche as well, which you can trade over on the spot market. And recently they also added, and that is quite nice, they also added USDC token. Formerly Bybit would only use US dollar Tether. So if you want to exchange, for example, your crypto, you want to hedge into stablecoins, then normally on Bybit you only had the option to do that with US dollar Tether. Right now you can also divide that in USDC stablecoin, which I think is very interesting. And guys, if you are interested in creating an account on Bybit, in trading over on Bybit, in trying out the platform, I have my affiliate link down below this video, and if you sign up on my affiliate link on Bybit, you will get an additional bonus. And let me quickly show you the rewards that right now are going on the Bybit exchange. So first of all, you can get a $50 bonus for the first time deposit. So if you don't have an account yet and you create an account over on Bybit, then with your first deposit you can already get a $50 bonus. There are some different bonuses going on right now, a total bonus of $600, and if you use my affiliate link to sign up on Bybit, you will also get a 10% discount on your fees, which is actually quite significant if you ask me. If you want to know how this platform works, how you can trade on this platform, I've made multiple tutorials on that over on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel right here, the Blockchain Today, you scroll below, you can go to tutorials, and here you can find, for example, here the Bybit Exchange tutorial. This is a very good tutorial showing you everything you need to know if you want to trade over on Bybit. This is one tutorial, is only focused how you can trade in the US dollar Tether pairs. I also made a tutorial which is going over the Bybit mobile app. This is very interesting because if you are a trader, if you are a trade on a weekly or daily basis, sometimes you might not be able to be in front of your computer, but you want to execute or you want to look at certain information, then you can also use the Bybit mobile app, and you can also use alerts for that app. And that's actually mostly what I'm using the app for next to my trading, is to set certain alerts, because once I'm in a Bitcoin trade, I don't want to have a look at the price all the time, right? Because that is sucking a lot of energy. So what I'm doing is I'm setting certain alerts, so when the price is triggering that alert, I'm getting a notification, which means that in the meantime, I don't really have to look at the charts, because I will get a notification once something significant really happens. So I would definitely recommend you guys to watch my Bybit tutorial for the mobile application as well. I spent a lot of time in making this one. I think it's a good one. Get a lot of good feedback about that as well. So yeah, guys, I just quickly wanted to mind every single one of you for that. Then let's dive into the shorter term time frame. Then guys, let's quickly go to a different chart. This is the Bitstamp chart. I have different drawings over on this chart. That is the reason why I want to bring it up. First thing I want to mention, guys, right here is that the drop of Bitcoin went actually to almost exactly the 61.80%. That is normally the low for retracement, right? So that is also this low right here that Bitcoin has created is going to be very important. If we are going to lose this low later on, then we can definitely say with more certainty we are in a structured downtrend. However, this gives a slightly hope to the bulls still, that we have seen a retracement right here and that Bitcoin can still, if it really managed to do that in the next coming days, to recover from this huge potential capitulation that we have seen, right? So another thing what we can say is that we had this descending channel where we were trading in. So far, we have been testing that descending channel right now as well, which I've been mentioning in previous videos, that it is possible for Bitcoin to test this form of resistance as support and to still be in a bull market, right? However, right now the 20 weekly moving average is also very important. So I think the 20-week moving average is going to be more important than the signal right here. But yeah, this is just something to take in mind. If we were to get that bounce, then Bitcoin might eventually not all look that bad. Then this is just another move that we have seen something similar as March 2020, where we have seen this huge capitulation wick. And eventually that was the start of a major rally in the Bitcoin price, because normally when we are seeing such a capitulation, that can also have a positive effect on the Bitcoin price. However, we do have to consider the technicals, right? And I think the 20-week moving average right now is the most important level, like we have been mentioning before. Then guys, another important thing I want to mention is that on the fixed chart, this is a chart I'm often talking about with you. We have seen a breakout, and the fix is the volatility index. And when we are seeing a breakout in the volatility index, that means that the stock market, the regular financial markets, basically looking bearish due to increased volatility. We have seen quite a pump so far right here. We tested the highs. This is a kind of falling wedge formation that broke out right here. If we have a look at the S&P 500, let's take this chart. Then we can also see that we had a major dump in the S&P 500. We even slightly broke below this level, broke back above it. Right now we are testing a key level, which is at roughly 4,500 4,500, 45, let's call it that. S&P 500 is going to be a very important chart to watch in the next coming days or the coming weeks. If this chart is going to see a further pullback, then that most likely won't be a good sign for Bitcoin. If this chart can see a reversal and see a nice bounce, then that could have a positive effect on Bitcoin. It is possible to see a further drop. So guys, this chart is important to watch. If we go back to the VIX, I want to show you an interesting correlation. Let's change the VIX chart to a line chart right here, and I want to overlay the S&P 500, and we set a new price scale. What I want to show you guys is that every time the VIX is making a top, so when we are seeing a top in the VIX chart, it's basically a bottom in the S&P 500. So we can use this chart basically also to spot a potential bottom in the price of Bitcoin. Now let me show you how we do that. So right here we can see, for example, this major top coincide with the bottom in March 2020. Right here we had a top in the VIX chart, that was the bottom right here. Right here we have seen a top in the VIX chart, that was the bottom right here. Right here we have seen a bottom in the S&P 500, top in the VIX chart. Similar right here, top in the VIX, bottom in the S&P 500. Right here as well, top in the VIX, bottom in the S&P 500, and so on. This is a very clear correlation, guys. So once the VIX right here is going to top out somewhere, there might be a little bit more fuel left to go higher. Maybe we are going to visit a important Fibonacci level right here. Maybe we can see another push to the 50%, maybe to the 61.80%. However, this chart you can use when we are seeing that top, then most likely we have seen a bottom in the S&P 500, and we can see a continuation of this uptrend, which might coincide with a potential bottom in the Bitcoin price. So that is why I wanted to point this out, because the S&P 500 and Bitcoin are still very correlated. So yeah, that's why it is important, if you are trading Bitcoin, to also watch these other charts. Then guys, let's go quickly back to Bitcoin. So guys, when we have a look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart right here, then we also can see that we have a massive buy wick. We got a big reaction in the price. Right now it's going to be very important. Of course, most important is going to be the weekly close on the 20-week moving average. But what we can also see, and that is very interesting, the former support of this falling wedge formation is aligning almost perfectly with the 20-week moving average. So this level you can use if Bitcoin were to come up and this level were to be acting as resistance, then that is a bearish sign, especially when we are getting that weekly close below the 20-week moving average. And we definitely have to consider the fact that it is possible for Bitcoin to enter a multi-month downtrend once this happens. However, if Bitcoin today can break above this level, that would be extremely bullish. If we were to get rejected, I think there's still this wildcard scenario for Bitcoin to see another a break above the 20-week moving average in the next week, just as a possibility. So yeah guys, this level we can use the former support of the falling wedge formation. If this acts as resistance, of course that is bearish. If we can break back above it, then that would be bullish. So I would say definitely right now be open for both scenarios. Be prepared for whenever Bitcoin is maybe entering a multi-month downtrend, but also definitely be prepared for when Bitcoin is going to suddenly reverse from here and going to see higher levels. It is Bitcoin. If we just have a look at the correction in Bitcoin right now, and then we had a approximately 30 to 40% correction, like let's say 40% correction. When we have a look at the previous bull market, these corrections were actually quite normal. These 40% corrections, sometimes we even have seen a more severe correction, right? And most of these corrections, they result eventually in capitulation, in such a fake out, which eventually forms the new bottom for the next rally. So although Bitcoin has a bearish structure right now, and we have to really consider the fact that we can see a longer term downtrend once we lose the 20-week moving average. We still have to be open to the potential scenario as well that this was a capitulation wick, that we finally had a massive shakeout, flash crash, and that Bitcoin right now can continue this uptrend. I do think that the S&P 500, the regular financial markets, are also going to play an important role in here. I think when the regular financial markets are going to look more strong, that will also help Bitcoin. If we are seeing a lot of weakness in the regular financial markets, then most likely we are going to see that as well with Bitcoin. But okay guys, that was it for today's analysis. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If so guys, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to scroll below this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. For all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin or a variety of altcoins, I'm recommending to do that over on the Bybit exchange. Either if you're interested in leverage trading or trading on the spot market, Bybit is a great exchange. Right now, there are bonuses going on if you use my affiliate link down below to sign up, and you will get a 10% discount on your fees. Do you want to know how to use this platform? Then I've made multiple tutorials on that, which you can find over on my channel. Then guys, I want to wish every single one of you a awesome Sunday today. Let's hope that Bitcoin is going to break back above the 20 weekly moving average. Let's hope we are going to see some strength back in Bitcoin. I want to wish you a great Sunday, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.